All right, so my son is deciding he wanted to be in the video without being in the video. So I'm doing the Married to Medicine review. It is late, but I'm gonna see what I can bring to the reviewing table. So Quad is celebrating her 35th birthday and is having a Brazilian carnival theme. So she decided that she is going to have this birthday party to gift to herself because she says it's been a trying time, and I can believe that. When you're having family move in, she had her brother and his girlfriend and the baby there, and the adjustment with that, the dynamics between her and her husband changed because having family in the house, having people, occupy your space, and then of course the unexpected death of her dad and mourning over that. So she just decided that, you know what, I know it's 35 and it's not a milestone birthday, but I've had a trying year and this is what I want to do for myself. So that's good. So Dr. Heavenly is working on the conference and she's talking with Dr. Damon and she's frustrated with Lisa. And here it is. Once again, one of the reasons why you're supposed to have things in a contract and written out and everything should be already explained and expectations should already be taken care of. But in reality show fashion, that's not going to happen. But the thing about it, part of her frustration is that she really relied on Lisa's expertise in doing a conference, and she's pretty much, from what I gather, was going to follow her lead. Even though they're 50-50, Lisa has this experience and Dr. Heavenly wanted to learn from her. But, Lisa does not come across as someone who's very organized and someone who likes to nail down the details. And Dr. Heavenly is frustrated with that. So it was funny because she tells Dr. Damon part of the thing that they did while they were in Hawaii was had a do-over for the lookbook, and Dr. Damon was not pleased with that. The tatas are only for Dr. Damon's eyes only, so I thought that was cute. So Toya and Dr. Eugene are having moving day, and this is good. They're downsizing. The rent is $8,000 a month, but that's relative to your income. And she is a little apprehensive. She's feeling a little, sad because, of course, when you're moving, there's a lot of memories, but they're going to create new memories. And, Toya, don't worry. These kids don't know nothing about how big the house is. They just want to know if they got space to play and that they have a room to hang out in, and they don't care how many square feet something is. They don't know anything about that unless you bring it up and make it a big deal. So Doctors Simone and Jackie are having lunch, which I always love when they get together. And Dr. Simone was asking Jackie about how everything was going with her and Curtis. She says, well, they're agreeing to disagree with the way it was handled. And, she asked a really valid question. You've been married 14 years. Do you want to make 15? And really trying to help her understand about, having some sense of compromise. But again, I really think that Dr. Jackie needs to seek some counseling on some things that are unresolved in her spirit. And then, of course, her and Curtis need to talk. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. So Dr. Heavenly is waiting for Lisa at the radio station to do the promotion for the conference. And Lisa is hung up in St. Louis, and she's like, you're supposed to be a millionaire and you're taking a buddy pass. That's for folks who don't have nothing to do. Well, I guess she's a millionaire because she uses her relative's buddy pass, but she's not there. And compiled with all the other things about the contract, evidently she didn't get the contract till yesterday, and it's a week out before the conference, and she's like, I just can't work like this. I can't work this way. And Lisa is not understanding what the problem is. So she's frustrated, so she goes and does the promotion. Now, fast forward, Dr. Heavenly's having a cookout. Some of the ladies are over. Janice, and the reason why Janice is a friend to the crowd, to the Married to Medicine, is that her husband is an internist, so she is part of Married to Medicine. So I think it's a good way to have Janice in there. Janice is always looking super fly, and I love how she's always dressed real cute. She definitely uses her assets, which is her long legs, and she showcases them. But Janice is there, and she has 6 kids, and she looks fantastic for 6. I don't know if she had them all, but she still looks good. And Dr. Heavenly's daughter says she charges $30 an hour. Girl, bye. Anyway, So Dr. Heavenly is talking to the ladies about the conference and that there was a lot of miscommunication and that she really looked to Lisa to help her guide her through this, but she's just finding one thing after the other she's just not cool with. So the first thing was that it was her understanding that it was supposed to be 7,000 total that they're going to split. She finds out that the actual event is 7,000 a piece, which is a big difference. And then she was very angry because Lisa copyrighted the name of the conference, which I guess, why wasn't that in the contract, the name of the conference? So they, Bravo does a rewind about the names, and Lisa mentions what the name should be, to grow together. But Dr. Heavenly had no idea that that was going to be the actual name of the conference. And then she also finds out that Lisa's likeness is the top billing, as if she is the one hosting the conference, and Dr. Heavenly has a small picture, which she told Dr. Damon. Dr. Damon didn't think too much of it, but everything else involved makes Dr. Heavenly not happy about the thing. So we're at Lisa's house, and Dr. Darren, for the life, cannot ever answer a question. He can't ever answer a simple question. She asked him, "Where were you coming from?" He's like, "I don't know where I came from." Goodness. So Lisa's complaining to Dr. Darren that Heavenly's complaining, and that pretty much after she sent her the contract, she must have had sticker shock, and the whole thing was going to be $12,000, and Dr. Heavenly backed out of it. She also said that Dr. Heavenly did not do her part of the deposit, and she waited to find out if Dr. Heavenly, as if people don't pick up phones and use texts and send emails for a paper trail. And why wasn't all this done in the contract? See, folks were busy clowning Cynthia, asking Phaedra all these questions, and this is why you ask all these questions. So there's no miscommunication, and there's an expectation on both parties as to what each person is coming to the table with and what is expected of them. So Dr. Heavenly has now decided to have her own event, and of course she wanted it with her name, Heaven Help Us. Lisa's not happy about that, but now the lines are drawn between loyalty and alliances of who's going to go to Dr. Heavenly's event and who's going to go to Lisa's event. So Dr. Simone was asked by Lisa to be a speaker, and then she tells Dr. Heavenly that she is going to back out and be there for Dr. Heavenly, which I think is really shady. I don't think that's cool. And it's one of the reasons why people are not really sure why Dr. Simone gets a pass. Because that is not right. You committed to someone and now you're going to go to somewhere else. Because Dr. Simone said, "Can I do both?" And then Dr. Heavenly said, "No, you need to choose." Personally, if I was Dr. Simone and I told Lisa I committed, and it's only a week out, you go with Lisa and not with Dr. Heavenly. So moving on from that, we are now having Miss Quad going to check out the venue and everything. She has a friend that is using her house to have the party, and it has this really nice board of Quad in her carnival, and she had a lot of sponsors sponsor this party, so there was no money coming out of her pocket. She went and made a lot of phone calls. She would have been good on Celebrity Apprentice, making all those phone calls and asking for sponsorship. So okay, I'm gonna say this, I'm not to offend anybody, but I don't use weaves or wigs and stuff, but I noticed this during the Hawaii with Janice, and then I noticed it this when I was watching Quad. I don't like lace fronts. You can see it. I mean, I don't use them. Is it supposed to blend in? I know some girls cut it, but I don't like it. It's so evident. Now the hair was pretty, but then you see the shaded halo. I don't like it. Put in the comments below, because I don't have a dog in this fight, but just an observer. I don't like them. So we see Miss Lucy, and poor Miss Lucy had a stroke, but she's still looking good. She's still feisty and sassy, and she's talking with Mariah. Mariah's not going to Quad's party, and Miss Lucy says that Quad's insecure, and that she told Miss Lucy told Mariah she should just give good face when she's upset, like Miss Obama. Just read it all over your face. Listen, I'm not messing with Miss Lucy. When it comes to me and older people, we are good. So whatever Miss Lucy says, I would just let it go. So now it's party time, and I saw Dr. Jackie was there with Curtis. I was loving those green shoes. Toya was there looking very festive. Janice was full on hair. It was cute. You know, it was a little over the top, but I really like Janice's spirit. She is down for a theme party. Dr. Simone and Cecil was there. Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon was there. And Dr. Simone pulled, well, I don't know. Well, I don't know if she pulled him aside, but she said that, you know, it really hurt my feelings that you didn't come to Hawaii, that I had a bone to pick with you, and that you really, you stood me up, and I'm feeling some kind of way. So Curtis was being a little passive aggressive and defensive, and he said it was all my fault. I'm not a bad guy and all this stuff. Whatever, Curtis. So Quad comes out in all Carnival regalia. And that's when I just decided that I really need to continue to work out and run on the treadmill. She looked very beautiful, loved it. Body was everything. And during this time, they just had a great time. She thanked Dr. Eugene. No, is it Dr. G. Quad thanked Dr. G, and Simone was busy on her case about, okay, now that you're 35, them eggs ain't gonna be staying, you know, fertile for long. You need to go and give your man a baby. And, you know, Quad blew it off, but, you know, let Quad do what she wants to do, okay? I'm sure they will work it out, and who knows? That might be part of season, the next season, and she'll have her spinoff. Y'all leave her alone. So the party was fun. Everybody ate, drank, and was merry. Janice has decided that she's going to go to Dr. Heavenly's event. Dr. Jackie says she's going to go to Dr. Heavenly's event, which was a big dig at Lisa anyway, because she's like, well, unlike some of my friends, I'm going to support my friend. That was a dig. And then Dr. Simone tells Quad, oh, so I already went over that. And then Lisa wasn't at Quad's event, and I'm not sure if it was mentioned. Mention in the comments why Lisa and Dr. Darren wasn't there. Is it because she's friends with Mariah? I don't know. But next week looks good. Mariah is going to be put in the hot seat, and I think it's going to be a good one. This episode was good. It was okay. Nothing too crazy. Coming back from Hawaii, that was a good episode from Hawaii. It was good. Nothing major, but yeah. So that's my review for Married to Medicine. I am going to now do a little editing, watch The Real Housewives, and I will be back later on for the review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So talk to you in a little bit. Bye.